Okay guys, so for today we're going to be covering very basic redstone, which is pretty much all of this and maybe a little bit more. So redstone travels 15 blocks without a repeater, so from this power source, which is one of a bunch of power sources, it travels 15 blocks. So this is 15 and this is 16. When this block, or the piston, is powered, it goes up. This one is not powered because it's more than 15 blocks, which is kind of repetitive. A repeater refreshes the signal and adds another 15 blocks to an already existing current. So normally, redstone would go to here, powered, or it would end right there. But since there's a repeater, it goes another 15 blocks and then powers this piston. Now, there are a lot of ways to power pistons or whatever you're trying to power. One way is a button. Another way is a lever. You don't actually need that there. Another way is a wooden piston, wooden pressure plate, which works where if you throw an item on it or you stand on it, it'll power the block underneath it or whatever you want to power. Then there's stone pressure pads, which only you and monsters can power, but that's not important, the monster part. And then this is a tripwire, and it powers both sides of what's attached to this, but you need string to bridge the gap between the two things. Now, two very important parts of redstone are obviously the redstone itself and the repeaters. Now, repeaters are, in survival mode, are more expensive to make, which is one reason not to use them, but in creative mode, redstone repeaters are super helpful. The one thing it does is it powers a block and then the blocks next to that block, and it pulls power from this block. Now, that's all. I mean, that doesn't actually really matter because it works with redstone too. If it gets powered and powers the block next to it, it also press it, it powers the one in front of it. Redstone does that as well. Here, it takes a signal from a redstone and puts it into something else. Redstone takes a signal from itself. This is one of the big differences, though. If you hit it, it powers this block and the redstone next to it, which powers these two pistons. If you do that with redstone, it'll power one of them, but not the other. Another huge difference is that redstone has to be spaced with a gap in between, otherwise it connects. Repeaters do not. You can put them next to each other as much as you want and they will not affect each other. Whereas with redstone, repeater, see how it stays straight there but curves off when you put another redstone there? So that's them connecting. One of the most basic and useful things in redstone is how to invert a signal. So say you want your door to be open the whole time. Say this is your door, this is your entrance, right? That's not gonna really work. Okay, just pretend like you can't get past this, because you can jump. If you press the button, it goes down and you walk past, but it stays closed. If I took out this redstone torch and replaced it with a normal redstone, the door would be open unless you press the button, which is not as useful because... So, now, since it's inverted, I can't get past. Here, just let me expand that a bit. There we go. I can't get past. But if I press the button, boom, I get past. The way you do that is by putting your power down, putting either a redstone repeater or a redstone into a block, and then putting a redstone torch on the other side on the block. It should turn off. That's how you know it's been inverted. So since it's getting power from this one turns off. Now, you can do some really cool things with this, such as something called a T flip-flop as well, which is like, power that, this one gets powered, and then if I power that, or if I power this one, what did I, oh, that's why it wasn't working. If I power this block, it switches again. So it's pretty nifty. It's used mainly for doors or like logic gates, so you can calculate how many times someone has gone through your doors and stuff like that. It's just a cool little trick. So there are two types of pistons, as you can see in the redstone menu. They're the sticky pistons and the regular pistons. So these are this is sticky, this is regular. Now, if I power both of them, as you can see, the normal piston pushes it up just like the sticky piston, but the sticky piston drags it back down, making it more useful, in my opinion. There's some things that require these pistons instead, but that's in very, very advanced redstone. Well, usually that is. There also, if you come over, you kind of have to come over here. Over here, there are some lots of different logic gate type things. These are bud switches, which is cool. If you place a block here, it moves. If you break the block, you place the block there. And that's just a cool little entrance way. So if your door is like here, you can have it so that you have to place a block to walk inside, and then once you're inside, you break the block and then the door closes, and there are cool things like that. These are all things from my other videos, and as you can see, they make use of redstone repeaters, which add delay as well. I think I forgot about that. Redstone, over here, inverting signals, and vertical and downwards redstone, or vertical redstone, I guess. So yeah, I think that concludes our episode for today. If you like the video, please like it. It really helps me. Thanks.